Oh, makes.
Tanner. Number 2, J.D. Wood. Number 4, Kobe Fightinker. Number 11, Dakota Hall. And number 12, Bo Banks. And now the starting lineup here for the Wildcats. The 5'10" senior number 2, Logan Davis. The 5'11" sophomore number 12, Case Bryant.
Start the boys game tonight. Lady Cats victorious against Lewis County Lady Panthers by a count of 58-7. Your final score now, the Wildcats playing host against Lewis County's Panthers. Both teams 2-0 to start the season. Should be a much more competitive contest than we saw in the first game. Your starting lineup for Lewis County, number 1, Maddox Tanner. Number 2, J.D. Wood. Number 4, Kobe Fightinger. Number 11, Dakota Hall. And number 14, number 12, Bo Banks. For the Wildcats, starting lineup will be number 10, Logan Davis. Number 12, Case Bryant. Number 25, Case Canfield. Number 32, Nate Beavis. And number 33, Case Butler. Cats looking to get back to postseason play after making a Final Four run last year. They talked about it a little bit before the game. Lost a couple of key players. We've got a couple of young guys to step up. Butler out on the floor with Dakota Hall for the tip, and the tip is away, controlled by Lewis County to start. Bo Banks has the ball. He brings the ball up the court. Cats man-to-man defense here to begin the game. They get the ball over to Tanner. Tanner drives and gets it back out to Wood. Wood over to Fightinger. Fightinger gets it back over to Hull. Hull shot guarded by Cayman Canfield over to Banks. Banks for the pull-up shot. Contested, no good. Rebound collected underneath the basket. That's number 2, James Wood, collects the rebound, and a foul called early, as I believe that's going to go against Nate Beavis. And Beavis is going to pick up his first foul of the game. Excuse me, that's against Case Butler. Picks up his first foul of the contest. Ball inbounds to Wood. Wood kicks the ball over to Banks. Banks with a three-pointer deep. Short, doesn't hit anything. Ball saved out of bounds, and the ball going to turn back over. Well, they're going to say it went off of one of the Wildcat players, so the ball over to the Panthers. Panthers basketball, no score hurt early in the contest, 7:24 to play in the first quarter. Ball inbounded to Woods. Woods with the two-pointer, deep two, standing right on the line. Yeah, they're going to give him credit for a three there. So 3 points. I thought he was standing on the line.
That wasn't no three-pointer.
He had 1 foot inside the circle, but they're going to give him credit for three. Now, Beavis swings the ball inside to Canfield. Canfield tries to hit Butler, cutting underneath the basket, but the ball deflects off of a Panthers player's foot. Out of bounds, now the ball inbound to Davis. Davis back underneath Canfield. Canfield working in, and then he's going to get blocked and deflected from behind. Ball comes out with Tanner, who gets the ball over to Banks. Banks driving against Canfield, goes to the basket. He's going to hit the shot on the layup and the foul against Canfield. So Canfield's going to pick up a foul early, and that's going to send Tanner to the line with an opportunity, Banks to the line with an opportunity to complete the three-point play. Excuse me, that's Hull. I'll get these names here in a few minutes. And the three-point play completed as the basket is good. 6-0 your score here early. Lewis County out to an early advantage. Now Logan Davis drives the ball inside. He wants to go and finish it himself. No good. Rebound collected by Beavis, and Beavis goes up strong, and he's going to get fouled on his way back up. No basket there, but that is going to send Nate Beavis to the line for an opportunity to shoot two, and that foul is going to go against Maddox Tanner. That's his first foul of the contest. 2 fouls against the Cats early, 1 foul against the Panthers. Beavis at the line. First shot is up, and it falls through. Beavis now with an opportunity to complete the trip here to the free-throw line. He dribbles, he shoots, and that one's going to be good as well. 2 points for Nate Beavis. Going to put the Cats on the board as Banks brings the ball up the floor for the Panthers. He gets the ball over to Wood, and now a travel call against the Panthers, going to turn the ball over to the Cats. Cats needed that gift right there.
Yeah, it's went the way of the Panthers here early. The Cats need a break, get settled back in. We're fine, just a 4-point game.
That's it. Davis gets the ball over to Beavis. Beavis back inside to Canfield. Canfield double team. He goes up with the left-handed layup. A little too strong, but he's going to get fouled on his way to the basket. So that's going to put Cayman Canfield on the line with a chance to shoot two, and that's going to be 2 fouls now against Maddox Tanner here early in the contest as he picks up his second foul of the game. Canfield's first shot is up, and it is good.
Yeah, they're going to focus on Cayman tonight. As soon as he touches the ball, they're coming on the double, so somebody's going to be open.
Yeah. You don't want to let one guy beat you, and Canfield is definitely the guy for the Cats. They know that. Canfield's second shot is good. 4 points for the Cats, all from the free throw line here early. And now Banks brings the ball back up the floor, gets the ball over to Wood, who gets it back out to Tanner. Gets the ball inside to Feitinger, cutting to the basket. Nice pass, nice cut underneath, and 2 points as Feitinger completes the play. Now, Bryant brings the ball up. He throws the ball across the court to Logan Davis. Davis down to Nate Beavis. Beavis being guarded, gets the ball knocked away, but he gets it back out to Davis. Now Davis working against Feitinger, tries to get the ball inside. He goes to Butler at the top of the circle, gets it over to Canfield. Canfield back to Davis. Davis inside to Butler. Butler swings with the left hand. 2 points is good for Butler, and we knocked it down to a 2-point game here.
Yeah. That's a good play draw. Good design, good execution.
Banks brings the ball up the floor, gets the ball over to Tanner. Tanner drives inside, puts up the floater, no good. Rebound collected by Case Bryant. Bryant brings the ball up the floor, passes ahead to Beavis. Beavis wants to finish, and he goes up to the left hand and finishes with the basket there. 2 more points for Nate Beavis, and we've tied this ball game back up, 8-8.
All right.
Now Wood brings the ball back up the floor for the Panthers. He swings over to Feitinger. Feitinger back out to Banks at the top of the circle. Banks shimmer shakes, goes inside against Canfield. Canfield guarding him, giving him no space at all whatsoever. Great blanketed defense by Canfield, who knocks the shot away, takes the ball out, brings it back up, pass inside to Butler. Nice feed, nice finish. Case Butler with another 2 points underneath, and now the Cats are getting something rolling.
Yeah, that was a good defensive play there by Cayman, just standing his ground, staying straight up, not giving up, and getting the turnover, and a great feed to Case for 2.
Feitinger gets the ball over to Banks in the corner. Banks now with a 3-point shot away. Off the iron, no good. Rebound collected by Case Butler. And now Logan Davis brings the ball back up the floor for the Cats. Dribbles into a double team, but gets the ball over to Beavis. Beavis back out to Case Bryant. Bryant with a little 18-footer, and that one's going to drop through. 2 points for Bryant now makes it a 4-point advantage for the Cats. Cats stealing a little bit of momentum away from the Panthers here as we come to the halfway point of the first quarter. Tanner wanted a deep three. Instead, he dribbles, pulls up short, and that gets the ball over to Feitinger. Feitinger going to drive inside, pulls up at the free throw line with a floater, no good, off the side of the rim. Butler right there with the rebound. He gives the ball over to Davis, and now Davis brings the ball back up the floor and resets for the Cats. Davis driving against Feitinger. He's double teamed, gets it back out to Canfield. Canfield working against Banks there, gets it back out to Logan Davis, trailing behind, and now Davis sets up the offense at the half-court logo. Kicks the ball over to Beavis. Beavis over to Case Bryant in the corner, back inside to Canfield. Canfield with position, goes right to the basket against the double team, cuts inside of him and gets that easy two. Wood brings the ball up the floor Banks brings the ball up the floor for the Panthers, gets it over to Fightinger, back over to Tanner. Tanner with the shot away, no good. Rebound collected and knocked away, picked up by Canfield, and Canfield brings the ball up the floor, gets it over to Beavis. Beavis fakes the pass, takes it inside, goes all the way and finishes, and gets the N1 call as Beavis is going to go to the line with a chance to complete the three-point play. And after a slow start, the Cats are rolling.
Yeah, that was a great play. Those kind of plays that Logan Davis just made down there don't get recorded in the stat book, but he kept that rebound alive and got tipped out to his player, and he could have quit on that play real easy. But those are the kind of plays that makes the difference in a ball game like this.
Now Beavis is going to go to the line to complete the three-point play. Bogus is going to check into the game along with Mosley for the Cats. Beavis' shot a little short off the iron, no good. Rebound collected by Jones. Jones gets the ball back up ahead to Banks. Banks driving, wants to take it inside, but he's cut off by the Cats defense. Instead, he gets the ball back at the hole, who kicks it back over to Banks. Banks drives it inside to Jones. Jones with the layup attempt, no good. And Bogus collects the rebound. Gets the ball back over to Canfield. Canfield brings it back up now. A deep three-pointer from Canfield off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound collected by Mosley. And Canfield with the putback, no good. Beavis with the rebound, goes back up strong. He misses the shot, but he's going to get fouled. And that's going to send Nate Beavis back to the line for that's going to be his third trip to the line tonight?
Yep.
Fightinger picks up his first foul of the game. That's 4 against the Panthers here. One more here in the quarter, and the Cats will be in the bonus. First shot for Beavis away, off the front of the iron, bounces off the back and through. So that's another point there for Nate Beavis, and now he's going to get one more shot from the free throw line. He completes his process, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound fought for and knocked out of bounds off of the Panthers. Drew Bogus, look at that freshman out there playing with some aggression.
I like it.
And the ball goes off of the Panthers out of bounds over to the Cats. Cats with a 17-8, 9-point advantage here and possession of the basketball. Beavis gets the ball around to Mosley. Mosley back out to Logan Davis. Davis feeds to Beavis underneath, and Beavis going all the way. Oh, he had the look. He thought it was going to go. But it falls, no good.
It's short.
But we'll take another free throw trip for Nate Beavis as Eli Chapman picks up his first foul of the game. 5th foul now for the Panthers, and the Cats are going to be in the bonus here for the rest of the quarter.
Right, that's big in a game like this. Now I'm going to tell you this game is going to be a closely contested game, I believe.
Yeah.
Throughout the night, so that's huge.
Well, the Cats have got all the momentum right now, but make no mistake, Lewis County can get it back.
That's right.
We're playing a good basketball team here tonight.
Right.
Beavis' first shot is good. His second shot rolls around the rim and then falls through. Hey, we're not drawing pictures on the scoreboard.
Right. It don't matter how it goes in as long as it goes in.
That's right. Sharp gets the ball over to Chapman. Chapman back out to the top to Hull. Hull swings it over to McDonald. McDonald working against Beavis, gets it back out to Sharp. Sharp back over to Wood. Now Wood is going to drive against Logan Davis. He pulls up about 18 foot short off the front of the rim, no good. Davis collects the rebound, and now he's going to bring the ball back up the floor for the Cats. Cats up 19-8 here in the first quarter. Ball fed inside to Canfield. Canfield back out to Davis. Davis did a good job of just getting up and collecting that ball.
Yes.
Mosley gets the ball back out to Davis. Now Davis drives, goes to finish, no good. Rebound collected by Mosley. Mosley does a really good job of getting in position and getting his hands on the ball, and he wanted to go up strong. Instead, he gets fouled, and so that's going to send Mosley to the line for his first opportunity for points here in this contest. 1:49 to go here in the first quarter, 19-8 the score. Casey Mosley first shot off the front of the iron, no good. Now Case Bryant going to check back into the game for the Cats as Logan Davis is going to get an opportunity to take a breather.
Cats on a 15-0 run here. It was 8-4 at one time.
Yes,
so
it was.
That's big.
Mosley's second shot short, no good as well. But Bogus with the rebound. Now Bogus gets the ball. He wanted to clear out, and he gets knocked loose, turns the ball over. Sharp gets the ball over to McDonald. McDonald working, gets it back over to Sharp. Sharp tries to get the ball back over to Wood. Nate Beavis steps in the way, just grabs the ball, takes it, no good on the layup, but Mosley following it behind, and Kason Mosley collects the rebound and the putback for 2 more. Cats now out on a 17-0 run to make it a 21-8 ball game. That's Chapman with the ball working against, he gets the ball back out to Wood. Wood with a deep 3, ball rattles in and out, no good. Rebound collected by Chapman, and Chapman gets the ball back out to McDonald, over to Banks. Banks gets the ball, gets the ball back out to Banks. Now Banks going to try to drive against Canfield, and the ball not loose. Canfield with a nice steal there, and now a timeout called. 30-second timeout going to be taken by the Cats on the turnover. What hustle by Canfield on the defensive end of the floor.
You see your leader of your team playing like that, it's going to inspire all the rest of those guys to play that hard too.
And absolutely no regard for his body at all whatsoever. I mean, that ball came loose and he dove to the floor to get his hands on that basketball.
Yes.
Didn't have any hesitation at all whatsoever, and that's what you want to see out of a guy who's stepping up to lead a basketball team.
That's right. Came in to show that over his years of playing, and it's contagious. Right? Logan, all these leaders here, they'll do whatever it takes to win a ball game, and that's the first step to being a leader.
Yeah.
Show by example, not by speech.
56.8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Cats out in front by a score of 21-8. Canfield, Mosley, Beavis, Bogus, and Bryant on the floor for the Cats. We got too many B's on this team. And Case Bryant brings the ball up the floor for the Cats. He sends the ball over to Beavis. Beavis back around to Bogus at the top. Bogus inside to Canfield. Canfield just nice hesitation there. Waits for the possession. And now the ball knocked loose, and we're going to get a foul called underneath the basket. I believe Nate Beavis is going to pick up that foul. And that's going to be his first foul of the game. Third team foul now against the Cats here in the first quarter of action. Going to turn the ball back over to the Panthers on that foul. 21-8 to score. Cats out in front. Wood brings the ball up Bank brings the ball up the floor. He kicks the ball over to McDonald back underneath the hole. Hole working against Canfield. Canfield again in good defensive position. Just adjust the shot, and now we're going to get a whistle underneath. The shot no good, but they're going to call Canfield on a foul. It's questionable.
Well, you got the guy standing 4 foot from him. Don't blow his whistle. The one standing 40 foot sees something, But
yeah,
I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying it's the other two that were closer didn't see anything.
Hull goes to the line to shoot 2. His first basket falls through, and now Canfield going to go to the bench with 2 fouls. 33.2 to go here in the first quarter. Logan Davis checks back into the game for the Cats. Hull's second shot is away, and it is good as well. So 2 free throws going to stop the run for the Cats at 17-0. 21-10 the score as Logan Davis brings the ball back up the floor for the Cats. He gets the ball over to Mosley. Mosley back out to Bogus, back over to Davis. Catches a cutting Mosley going under the basket. The shot up is going to fall short, no good. And we're going to get a whistle as that foul call is going to be called underneath the basket. That's going to be Wood picking up his second foul of the game. Maybe. We'll just say that maybe that was a bit of a makeup call for the other end down there. Mosley's first shot falls through. The second shot now away for Mosley is going to fall through as well. So now 4 points for Mosley tonight, 23-10 the advantage for the Cats. Clock winds down inside of 15 seconds to go. Logan Davis working against Wood. Yeah. He gets the ball underneath. He passes, gives the ball away. Mosley comes up with it. Mosley looking for somewhere to go. 5 seconds to go as Davis has the ball, gets it over to Beavis. And Beavis with a travel as he was trying to take it to the basket, but the travel call going to turn the ball back over to the Panthers. Cats got to be alert for a quick one here as there's 2 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of action. Panthers going to be trying to get the ball, and now they're going to reposition. Instead of it being on the baseline, they're going to let him take it out there on the sideline right in front of the Panthers bench. Makes it a little bit more manageable to get a quick release and shoot. And Banks with the 3-point shot from half court. Bounces off the rim, no good. Your score at the end of the first quarter, Wayne County 23, Lewis County 10. We'll be back with second quarter action. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on Big Oldies Radio. score here at the end of the first quarter. Wayne County in front of Lewis County by a score of 23-10. Cats got off to a slow start in that game, fell behind 6-0 early. We're down 8-4 at one point in time, but then went on a 17-0 tear to bring this thing wide open, and now we're at a 23-10 advantage here at the start of the second quarter of action. Starting five on the floor for Lewis County, and it looks like Wayne County is putting their starting five back on the floor, as well as Butler, Bryant, Canfield, Beavis, and Davis are going to be on the floor to start the game, the second quarter. Cats going to start with the ball as Davis takes the inbounds pass. He's working against Fight Tinker, brings the ball up the floor, hands the ball off to Beavis. Beavis over to Butler. Butler wants to work down inside. He's got Davis there underneath. Davis with a turnaround jumper. It's going to be good. And Logan Davis going to make it a 25-10 game for the Cats.
You're early in the second quarter, and all five starters have already scored. That's huge. That's huge.
Massive. Now we got Beavis laying on the ground down there underneath the basket. The ball inside to Banks. And we're going to get the charge called against Hull. Hull going to pick up the charge against Nate Beavis. Beavis got in great position, just set his feet, let him run into him, and took him to the ground. And so Beavis draws the charge. That's going to hit Hull with his first foul against the Panthers here in the second quarter. And another one of those opportunities. You got an active, aggressive team. Let that aggression work against them.
Right. Nate's I call him Pete Rose, man. He's Charlie Hustle. He's always around the ball. He sticks his nose in there. I just love watching the kid play.
Butler swings around to Canfield. Canfield gets the ball to Davis, cutting around the top of the circle. Davis with a shot from the free throw line. No good off the rim, off of Case Butler, out of bounds to the Panthers. Nice possession there, just couldn't quite get the points. Now Banks brings the ball up the floor for the Panthers. He's working against Davis. He gets the ball back over to Wood. Wood gets it over to Tanner. Tanner works around, gets back over to Fight Tinker, back out to Tanner. Tanner with the three-pointer at the top. It's going to be off the mark, no good. Saved back in bounds, and that's Tanner collects the ball, and he's going to get fouled by Case Butler. Just a unfortunate situation. You're hustling, trying to get to the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
You can live with that foul as a coach. You know, great play by Lewis County to keep that ball. I mean, the air ball three, and the kid just all out saved it. And Case is just trying to get the loose ball, and the guy cut in front of him.
Yep.
Attaboy, Logan.
Wood gets the ball back out to Banks. Banks with the ball knocked away by Logan Davis. Now the pass inside to Tanner. Tanner with Wood with a shot up underneath. Yeah, got to fall through. It's 25-12 the score as Davis brings the ball back up the floor for the Cats. Kicks out to Case Bryant in the corner, and Case Bryant with a three-pointer in the corner. Logan Davis with a nice find there on the assist, and a nice basket there by the Cats. Now Banks brings the ball back up the floor. He's going to try to pass the ball back inside to Hull. Hull being guarded there by Beavis, and they're going to get Beavis with a second foul call. That's going to be two fouls against the Cats here in the second quarter. 6:19 to go in the first half. 28-12 the score. Cats out in front. Lewis County with the ball. Now Banks tries to get the ball in bounds. He gets the ball out to Fight Tinker, who gets it back over to Banks. Banks now driving against Logan Davis. He hits a pull-up jumper, and it's off the back of the iron, no good. Davis with the rebound, collects, passes up to Beavis. Beavis back out to Bryant. Bryant gets the ball back out to Davis, who's going to reset the offense for the Cats. Three-pointer away for Kamen Canfield. No good, but the rebound collected by Case Butler, and we're going to get a foul called. I believe that's going to go against 12. That's going to be Bo Banks. Banks is going to pick up his first foul of the game, second team foul against Lewis County here in the second quarter. And now Carson Stewart going to check into the game for the Panthers as Wood is going to go to the bench. Bogus checks back into the game for the Cats as well.
Nate Beavis.
Beavis going to get a break, and now the inbound pass goes to Bogus. Bogus gets it out to Butler. Butler out to Bryant, back inside to Canfield. Canfield working against Banks one-on-one. Now the double team collapses down to Case Bryant. Bryant back out with a three-pointer at the top. No good, but he is going to get fouled. And that's going to send Case Bryant in line with an opportunity to shoot three shots as Maddox Tanner, going to pick up his third foul of the contest. That's going to be three fouls against the Panthers here in the second quarter. Bryant's first shot off the front of the rim, no good. Sometimes it can be hard to collect yourself to shoot free throws after you just got mugged like that.
He got hit pretty hard.
Yes,
Case is a good shooter, though. I expect him to rebound, come back, and hit these two.
Yeah, second shot falls through. That's going to be good for Case. And now Chapman checks back into the game for the Panthers as Tanner goes to the bench with 3 fouls. And Bryant with his third free throw falls through. So 2 for 3 there on that trip, 30-12 with an 18-point advantage. And now we got a travel call going against Dakota Hull as the Panthers going to turn the ball back over to the Cats. You think this thing looks like it could go back and forth here, but it seems like every time the Panthers start to get a little bit of something going, they do something, the Cats make a steal, or they do something self-inflicted that just turns the ball back over. Canfield back inside to Brew Bogus, and Bogus underneath. Nice turnaround jumper. Falls no good, but Case Butler comes in with the rebound, and now they're going to get Case with a over-the-back call. That's going to be his third foul as Case now going to go to the bench with 3 fouls. That's 3 fouls now against the Cats here in the second quarter. So each team playing with 3 fouls in the second quarter, 5:25 to go. As Banks brings the ball to the floor, gets it over to Fightinger in the corner, and Fightinger puts up a 3-pointer. That 3-pointer falls through, cuts the lead in half, 30-15 to score. Well, the Panthers have already outscored the Lady Panthers by double digits in the second quarter. Mosley gets the ball underneath, and we're going to get a foul against the Panthers. That's going to go against number 22. That's Carson Stewart, who picks up his first foul of the game. 4 fouls now against the Panthers. And next foul is going to put the Cats back in the bonus. Now Bogus with a 3-pointer from the and that 3-pointer is good as Drew Bogus steps up. That's a freshman right there that's going to make some big contributions this season.
He looked good in that shot.
Yes, he did. Now, oh man, 3-point shot by McDonald over in the corner, and Kanan Canfield just comes along and says, "Thank you, I'll take that," as he swats the ball away right back to himself. They're going to say he shuffled his feet, though, so that's going to turn the ball back over to the Panthers. But a nice, aggressive defensive play by Kanan Canfield. Banks gets the ball inbounds now. He dribbles up against Davis. He's going to try to work it inside. And look at Case Butler. Great hands, gets in there, knocks the ball away. Canfield comes up with it. Now he's going to bring the ball back up the floor. And Canfield sets up the offense. He gets a nice pick set by Mosley. Now the pass over to Mosley. Mosley spins to the basket. Just a little too strong. Off the iron, no good. Hole with the rebound. Going to collect, bring it out. And he hits Fightinger, who is touched to the basket, goes underneath, and converts the layup for 2 on the other end. 33-17 your score. Logan Davis tries to bring it back quickly up the floor, but the Panthers do a good job getting back defensively. And now the pass inside to Mosley, but he's going to get fouled by Carson Stewart. That's going to be his second foul of the game. But more importantly, that's going to put the Cats in the bonus, as that's going to be the 5th foul against the Panthers here in the second quarter. Using the aggression against them. I mean, you get them in foul trouble in both the first and second quarters, and now with half of a quarter to go, we're shooting the rest of the way.
Kaysen with a good move down here a while ago, just a little hard off the glass, and that time he had good position again. They fouled him to keep him from getting it.
Mosley's first shot, no good. Second shot from the line is going to rattle in and out. Hull with the rebound, clears it out, and he's going to try to bring the ball back up the floor now. He's working against Drew Bogus. He drives, dishes back out to Banks. Banks cuts it inside, and now we're going to get a foul call against the Cats. Not sure who this one's going to go against here. Looks like they're going to get Mosley with his Mosley with a foul call, and now Bogus going to go back to the bench as Beavis checks back into the game for the Cats. So now 5 fouls against each team here in the second quarter. Panthers really should be shooting on that one, shouldn't they? But
no, the next one will be the 5th. I don't know why they do that, but that's the 4th foul.
4th foul. There we go. Okay. Fightinger tries to work it inside. He loses possession, and Canfield in position just takes the ball, and now he's going to bring the ball back up the floor for the Cats. He wants to go all the way. Instead, he finds Mosley underneath. Kaysen just a little too strong off the iron. No good, and the rebound collected by Hull. And now I believe we're going to get another foul against Mosley underneath the basket, as Mosley's going to get his second foul of the quarter, the second foul of the game, fifth foul against the Cats. Now both teams shooting the rest of the way. That's going to put Dakota Hull at the line to shoot 2.
Well, we've had several opportunities here, layups and free throws that we hadn't had this score, and you can't let a team like Lewis County stay in a game.
Well, and we talked about it a little bit during the girls' game too. When you got younger players on the floor, they just feel like that clock. They feel like they got to go, and you've seen it. You know, Cason's been in great position. He's just gone a little too quick. You know, you got to slow down, let the game come to you. Both free throws for Hull are good. Now 33-19 your score, as Logan Davis brings the ball back up the floor. He gets it over to Bogus. Bogus throws it across the floor to Beavis. Back over to Canfield. Canfield with a deep 3, in and out, no good. Bogus follows behind with the rebound. He gets it out to Case Bryant, who was standing on the line. 2 points for Case Bryant there. It's going to make it a 35-19 ball game. But great job there. Good ball movement. Case found was open. Bogus found him and got the assist there for the easy 2. Now the ball works around over to McDonald. McDonald working in the corner. Now he's going to drive underneath the basket. That's Hull driving underneath, and he's going to be no good. But they're going to get Drew Bogus with the foul call underneath the basket, and that's going to put Hull back on the line for 2 more shots. That's Bogus's first foul of the game. We got 2:51 to go here in the second quarter. 35-19 the score. Hull's first shot is up and good. Now a couple of substitutions coming into the game for the Panthers. Number 32, Sharp, checks into the game, and number 2, James Wood, checks back into the game for the Panthers. Hull's got a second shot at the free throw line. Shot is up, and it's going to be good. 35-21, 14-point advantage for the Cats here with 2:50 to go in the second quarter of action. Davis brings the ball up the floor, working against Wood. He's going to try to drive it inside. Instead, he throws it down to Bogus. Bogus collapsed down, wants to get the ball back out to Davis, just threw it to the wrong spot on the floor, out of bounds. Ball turns over, back over to the Panthers. Now Banks going to bring the ball back up the floor for Lewis County, guarded by Logan Davis. Tries to come around inside. Instead, he's cut off there at the baseline, back out to the top to Sharp. Sharp over to Hull. Hull dribbles to the left, finds a cutting Sharp underneath, just throws it a little too hot for him, off of his hands, out of bounds, and back over to the Cats.
That's big right there. Let's come down and get a score, get settled back in, get a score, get this lead built back up.
Canfield with a 3-pointer away, a little strong off the iron, no good. Hull with the rebound. Hull driving to the basket, and now we're going to get a call away from the basket before he cut underneath, and I believe that's going to go against Bogus. That's going to be his second foul.
Logan Davis.
Oh, Logan Davis. Yeah. Logan picks up his first foul of the game. So that's going to put Hull on the line to shoot 2. Got to correct myself. I've just been notified. I've been saying one of Lewis County's players' names wrong. It's not Fightinger. It's Fightinger. Fightinger. So I got to get that right. We'll make that correction. Yeah. Most shots for Hull are going to be good. It's going to cut the lead for the Cats back down to 12. 35-23 the score, as Lewis County trying to grab a little bit of momentum back here. Davis brings the ball up the floor, gets it over to Beavis. Beavis trying to hit a cut in Case Bryant, but he just throws it a little bit too far outside. And another self-inflicted wound. They're going to turn the ball back over to the Panthers.
Yeah, we've been a little sloppy here in the last 2.5 minutes. You know, 4-minute mark, we had the bonus. Everything looked to be going our way, and we've not been real sharp last low. Thank you. They just give it back to us.
Just gave it right back to us.
Earned a favor.
He was trying to get Hull on the outside. Hull was trying to cut along the baseline, and he threw it out instead of underneath. Yeah. And so the ball out of bounds, and so now Davis is going to bring the ball back up the floor for the Cats. He's guarded out there by Wood. Canfield comes in, sets a nice pick, and Davis goes it to the basket. No hesitation at all whatsoever. Logan Davis takes it all the way and finishes. 37-23 the score now, as the Cats back out in front. Now we got to settle down and get some stops on the defensive end of the floor. Sharp gets the ball over to McDonald. McDonald dribbles, drives, pulls back.
There we go.
He tries to get the ball back out to Wood. Canfield just steps in the way with the steal. Not able to convert, but he's trailed behind by Case Bryant, who collects the rebound and the putback. 2 points for Bryant makes it a 39-23 game, and we're back out to a 16-point advantage. Wood gets the ball out to Wood. Banks back over with the ball on the wing. He dribbles, comes back around to the top. He was wanting to take a shot, but the Cats defense just cuts him off there, not able to go. Now Hull with the ball, being guarded by Beavis, as Hull is going to dribble back around to the other side of the circle. He kicks it back out to Wood at the top, gets it back over to Banks. Banks working against Davis, tries to dribble drive. He pulls up from the three-point line, no good. Sharp collects the rebound, but it goes off of his knee, out of bounds, and that's going to kick the ball back over to the Cats with 32.1 seconds to go, 39-23 the score.
All right, score right here. Get that lead built back out and going into halftime with the momentum.
I love it. Cats can literally just slow this thing down and take the last shot if they want to, and that's exactly what they need to do at this point. Beavis working with the ball. He gets the ball back out to Canfield. Canfield going to slow down and reset. Now Davis comes back out, takes the handoff, working against Feichinger. Now 8 seconds to go. Davis drives and gets it all out to Case Bryant. With a three-pointer from the wing, and that three-pointer falls through. 42-23 the score. The heave at halftime, no good. And your score at the end of the first half, Cats out in front, 42-23. We'll be back with first half stats. You're listening to Wayne County Basketball here on Big Oldies Radio. Of 42-23 against the Lewis County Panthers, and I believe we got some first half stats over here for us, don't we, Stephen?
Yeah, we'll start first with the Lewis County Panthers. J.D. Wood with 5. Kobe Feichinger has 7. Dakota Hull's their scorer. He's got 11, but I'll say this: he's 9 for 9 from the free throw line. So. It doesn't matter how you get them, just as long as you get them. But that's the only 3 Panthers that have scored. Your leading scorer for the Wildcats at this time is Case Bryant with 12. With 14. Logan Davis has 4. Cayman Campfield has 4. Nate Beavis had 9 all in the first quarter. Mm-hmm. Case Butler with 4. Cason Mosley with 4. And Drew Bogus with a big 3. Cats have looked really good except for that little 2.5 minute stretch there. I told while we were talking at the break, I hate to complain about a 19-point lead, but we get to have this game in hand right now, 20-25, and that's the difference between a good team and a great team, right? Mm-hmm. Is execution from the start to the finish, and it's young in the season. I expect improvements from these guys through the year, and You know, I'm telling you, the sky's the limit for this guy, for these guys.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. 42-23 your score. We'll be back with second half action. Stay right here with us. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on Big Oldies Radio. Wildcat fans, welcome back into Big Oldies Radio. Cats out in front 42-23 with possession of the basketball at the start of the third quarter. Canfield with the ball working against Wood. He gets the ball inside to Canfield. Canfield goes up with his right hand, no good. Butler with the rebound and the putback. So nice position there by Case Butler. And the putback there for him makes it a 44-23 basketball game. Now Banks brings the ball back up the floor. He gets the ball back over to Hull. Hull swings it back out to Feitinger. Back underneath the Hull. Hull has the ball. He wants to fake the handoff. Instead, he pulls up right there from the free throw line. Jumper, no good, short. Rebound collected by Banks. Put back on the three-point attempt, no good. Feitinger with the rebound. He kicks it back out to Tanner Wood. James Wood, rather. And the rebound finally collected by the Cats. So 3 attempts there for the Panthers with no conversion. Now the pass underneath to Beavis. Beavis shot blocked, and now the pass intercepted by Case Bryant as Bryant just steps in front of the pass. Does a great job getting his hands in there and getting possession. And now Davis with the ball at the top of the circle, going to set it up on the half-court offense for the Cats. He drives against Feitinger, gets the ball back out to Canfield. Canfield working against Banks inside. And Canfield with the running right-hand layup, high off the glass, falls through. 46-23 as the Cats back out to a doubled-up lead over the Panthers. Now Tanner with the ball, working against Beavis. He brings it back around to the top, swings it over to Feitinger. Feitinger gets the ball back out to Wood. Back out to Hull. Hull swings it back around to Banks. Banks drives against Davis. A little bit of a push off there, not called.
That wasn't a little bit. that was an elbow in a chalk.
Shot no good. Rebound collected by Case Butler, and Butler brings the ball back up the floor, gets the ball back over to Davis, and now Davis works to set up the offense. He gets the ball over to Beavis. Beavis tries to get the ball inside to Canfield, but the ball deflected, knocked away, collected by Tanner. Tanner brings it up the floor, off the glass. Layup is good, and now we're going to get a timeout called as 46-25 the score, and Lewis County going to take a timeout here with 5:50 to go here in the third quarter. Yeah, a little bit of aggression down here underneath the basket.
Yeah.
As he put his elbow right into Logan and threw him off there a little bit. And that, I saw it from up here, and you saw it too. But once again, the guy sitting 4 feet away didn't see it. So what do you do? You know.
That's what I was fixing to say. I was griping about the guy from 40 foot a while ago, so I got to mind my own words. But you know, I'll be honest. This Lewis County team's they're really athletic. Feitinger, the Wood kid and the Hull kid, they're athletic. I think them just getting out of football probably they're not completely into basketball shape and into the basketball mode. But I'd say the next time we face this bunch, they're going to be a formidable foe.
Well, and I would say this much: I don't know a whole lot about them, but I don't think they got a lot of quit in them.
No,
and
they're going at it hard. They've made a few more mistakes than we have right now, and we've hit a few more shots than they have, but that can change at any given time.
So Lewis County takes a full timeout. 1 timeout taken by each team now so far in this contest, so each team with 4 timeouts remaining. Davis takes the inbounds pass. He's going to bring the ball up the floor. Cats with a 21-point advantage, 5:45 to go here in the third quarter. Davis gets the ball over to Canfield. Canfield back out to Butler. Butler swings it over to Davis. Davis back out to Case Bryant at the top. Bryant works, gets it back over to Davis, back inside to Canfield. Canfield back out to Bryant, gets it to Beavis. Beavis drives to the basket. He puts his shoulder down and goes up just a little too strong. Over the basket, no good. Hull collects the rebound and brings it back up the floor for the Panthers. Now Hull's going to drive inside against Canfield. The basket, no good. And Canfield collects the rebound. He gets it over to Case Butler. Butler back over to Davis, and Davis gets it across the timeline. Now Davis going to drive to the basket, and he wants to go strong, and instead we're going to get a tie up underneath there, and that was going to be a foul call. I believe that's going to go against Wood, and if that's the case, that's going to be his 4th foul here of the game. Nope, they're going to call that one on Chapman. So Chapman picks up his 2nd foul of the game, 1st foul against the Panthers here in the third quarter. Inbounds pass to Canfield. Over to Butler. Butler has the ball, swings it back around to Case Bryant. Bryant back over to Beavis. Now Beavis dribbles hard to the basket. Goes up with the right-hand layup. The basket is good. And then the and one call underneath. And that should put Beavis on the line with an opportunity to convert yet another 3-point play. That one's going to go against, I didn't see the number. I'm waiting for him to put it up on the scoreboard here to see who that foul call goes against. That's 2 fouls now against Lewis County, and that's going to go against Feitinger with his second foul of the game. Free throw no good. Rebound collected by the Panthers. Ball brought back up the floor, picked over to McDonald in the corner. Three-pointer no good. Excuse me, that was Chapman with a three-point shot. And now the rebound collected by Wood underneath, and we're going to get a call against Cayman Canfield. That's going to be his third foul of the game. Second team foul against the Cats here in the third quarter. Canfield playing with a lot of aggression, and these officials kind of working against him tonight. Shot no good. Rebound fought for and collected by Canfield. So Canfield brings the ball back up the floor. He hits a deep three-pointer, and that three-point shot is good as Canfield knocks it down, makes it a 51-25 advantage for the Cats as Chapman brings the ball back up the floor for the Panthers. He gets the ball back over to Tanner. Tanner works it inside. He gets it back over to Chapman. Chapman now drives, and he wants to throw it underneath to Wood, but Wood was cutting to the basket, and he just threw it behind him out of bounds. So with 4:16 to go here in the third quarter of action, Cats with a 51-25 advantage and the basketball.
Yeah, keep this pressure up right here. It'll cause them pressure more and more turnovers.
Bryant with the basket, gets it down inside to Beavis. Now the foul call going to go against the Panthers as Beavis collected that pass, and I believe that's going to go against Chapman. Chapman's going to pick up his third foul of the contest now. That's 3 team fouls against the Panthers here in the third quarter. And now checking back into the game for Lewis County is going to be number 22, Carson Stewart, and number 12, Bo Banks. Davis takes the ball out of bounds. He's trying to get the ball in to Beavis, and he does. Now back underneath to Davis, and Davis puts his elbow down, goes to the basket. They're going to get Logan with a charge as Feitinger was underneath the basket. Just took, kind of a LeBron James flop right there a little bit, but they bought it.
I started to say, the only one that matters is the one that blew the whistle. So
that's it. Banks brings the ball back up the floor, gets the ball back over to Stewart. Stewart working against Butler, gets the ball back out to Banks. Banks dribbles, drives with his left hand, now spins around underneath, and pulls up the shot, is good. So 2 more for Banks, and we got the inbounds pass. Now we got a stoppage of play as one of the Cats went to the floor hard, and we got a wet spot right here underneath the floor. So we got a stoppage of play, waiting on somebody to get out here with a towel to clean that up. Don't want anybody slipping and falling and getting hurt. As Bryant and Butler go to the sideline, and looks like Bogus and Mosley going to check back into the game for the Cats during the stoppage of play. Stewart goes back to the bench for the Panthers, and so back on the floor for Lewis County is going to be McDonald, Banks, Tanner, Wood, and Feitinger is going to be the 5 on the floor for the Panthers. For the Cats, it's going to be Mosley, Bogus, Davis, Canfield, and Beavis. Logan Davis takes the inbounds. He's going to bring the ball back up the floor for the Cats. Panthers now in a 2-1-2. The ball inside to Mosley, back out to Bogus. Bogus with a three-pointer, just a little too strong over the top, and the rebound collected by McDonald. McDonald brings the ball back up the floor for the Panthers, and he pulls up at the three-point line, puts a shot away, no good. Beavis collects the rebound, gets the ball back over to Canfield, and now Canfield working back up the floor. He pulls up from 3, and the three-pointer is good, and Canfield knocks down the 3 and should have gotten a chance for and one there as he had to pick himself off the floor just to get back up the floor. Mannix Tanner brings the ball back up the floor for the Panthers and lays it off the glass for 2. 54-29 the score. Davis gets the ball over to Canfield. Canfield again with another three-point shot. Going to be no good. A little too strong off the iron. And now 3 guys laying on the ground. Canfield right in the middle of them. And we're going to get a foul call this time. Is going to go against Feitinger. Feitinger picks up his 3rd foul of the game. 4th team foul now against the Panthers here in the 3rd quarter. And that's going to put Cayman Canfield at the line with a chance to shoot 3 shots.
Yeah, I'd say the foul from the other time, the wet floor, caused both defenders that closed down on Canfield slipped and cut his feet out.
Exactly the same spot on the floor.
Exactly
right?
the same spot.
And so that was, Canfield laying on the ground with no call. He's just got to get up and run, and nobody's there to clean that mess up. First shot away for Kamen is good. Kamen's had a little bit of a quiet night in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to come alive here in the second half now.
Well, I told you at halftime, if you've got that kind of lead and your guy has 4 points, you're in a good place. You're in a good place.
Absolutely. Second shot good for Canfield. Now he's got the chance for one more as he was fouled on a 3-point attempt. And that third free throw is going to be good as well. So 3 for 3 for Canfield at the line. And now Kamen Canfield going to go to the bench, and Warren Canfield going to check into the game for the Cats. We're going to see what Warren G can do.
Warren G. Hard, old Warren. I had him in baseball in middle school. I like Warren.
Banks gets the ball back over to Maddox Tanner. Tanner works it inside and puts it off the glass for 2 points. Makes it 57-31. We're at 2:22 to go here in the third quarter. Davis brings the ball back up the floor, gets it over to Bogus. Bogus wants to get the ball back out to Mosley. He does, and back out to Davis. Davis passes inside to Bogus. Bogus trying to work it inside. Off the glass, no good. And Tanner on the rebound. Now Tanner brings the ball back up the floor. He's going to try to go coast to coast in transition, and he does so. Kicks it off the glass through the basket. And now Lewis County going to take a timeout. Going to be a 30-second timeout right here with 1:59 to go here in the third quarter. I tell you what, Lewis County, Maddox Tanner has kind of come alive for him in the third quarter.
The young Cats, they've got to the rim. They just hadn't finished. And again, it's going to take some playing time. But Maddox Tanner, he's got 8 points. He scored 6 in a row for them, and that's they need a spark. They need a spark, and he's trying to give it to them. But if our young Cats will just keep on. Bogus and Mosley, they're putting on good moves. They're getting to the basket. It's just not falling. But like you mentioned earlier in the Lady Cat game, once it slows down, it'll go in, and they'll see it go in, and it'll give them more confidence.
It's these young players, man. You get that they get that ball in their hands, and it almost seems like there's a they feel like it's a grenade going to go off if they don't get it out of their hands.
A little full court press.
Now the Panthers coming with a full court press against the Cats here as Canfield gets the ball into Bryant. Bryant trapped with 2 guys immediately. He throws the ball over to Bogus. Bogus still in the backcourt, gets it over to Bryant. Bryant gets it across the timeline to Beavis. Now Beavis sets it up, and he gets it back around to Bryant to slow things down and set up the half-court offense. Over to Warren Canfield. Canfield over to Mosley. Mosley back over to Bogus. Bogus kicks it over to Case Bryant. Bryant with a 3-point shot off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound collected by Maddox Tanner, and Tanner brings the ball back in transition. He's going to drive it back up there to the floor. Running, no good. Rebound collected by Warren Canfield, and Canfield wants to get the ball over to Case Bryant. He really just needed to go.
Just go.
You got the ball in transition. Get back and make something happen, But now Case Bryant with the ball gets the ball over to Mosley. Mosley kicks it back out to Bogus. Bogus tries to get over to Beavis. Beavis was trying to cut in. And he was trying to throw it out, and the ball goes out of bounds. So a turnover there to the Panthers. 57-33 the score here with 1:09 to go in the fourth quarter. Bogus, Beavis, Warren Canfield, Mosley, and Case Bryant, the 5 on the floor for the Cats. Banks drives it into the paint, pulls up a shot, no good. Rebound collected by Bogus. Now Bogus going to take it up the floor himself as he was looking to pass it off. He gets it over to Beavis. Beavis with the 3-pointer is going to bounce off the front of the iron, no good, and we're going to get a whistle away from the ball, and I believe that's going to go against who's that going against? That's going against Hull. So 15 foul now against the Panthers, and that's going to put the Cats in the bonus for the remainder of this quarter. Sends Case and Mosley to the line to shoot 2. First shot short for Mosley. I think if I'm Coach Franks, we got to get Mosley at the free throw line and do some shooting at the end of practice. Second shot is good.
There we go.
And now Wood and Stewart checking into the game for the Panthers. Cats with a 58 33 lead, 25-point advantage as the time winds down here in the third quarter. Banks gets the ball over to Stewart. Stewart works the ball over to Tanner. Tanner working against Canfield. Spins it back around inside, goes up to the basket. The shot no good, but Warren Canfield going to get hit with the foul call underneath the basket there, and that's going to send Maddox Tanner to the line to shoot 2 shots. As Canfield's going to pick up his first foul of the game. That's going to be 3 team fouls against the Cats here in the third quarter. 40.1 seconds to go. First shot for Tanner is going to be good. He's had an incredible third quarter. He's played really well here in the second half. Second shot is up, and it is good as well. And I mean, he's done it all. He's rebounded. He's made a couple of steals. He's scored. He's done just about everything. Now full court pressure back again from the Panthers. The inbound pass to Bryant. Bryant gets the ball over to Warren Canfield. Canfield back over to Case Bryant. Bryant trying to get it across. Now he gets it back over to Canfield, who gets across the timeline. Canfield working against the double team. Collects the ball, gets it over to Mosley. Mosley back out to Canfield. Canfield dribbling against Stewart. And now he's got to get the ball back over to Case Bryant. 18 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Cats can hold for the last shot if they want to here in the third quarter. Mosley's got the ball. He gets it back around the ball, gets back over to Bryant. Bryant with 8 seconds, 7, 6, and now he's going to drive to the basket. He wanted to lay up, but he's going to get blocked by Hull. The ball goes out of bounds. Cats are going to retain possession, but we've only got 3 seconds left here in the third quarter, so we got to get the ball in and a shot up quick. As the ball over to Bryant. Bryant with a three-pointer away, and we're going to get the foul call right there in the corner. Case got exactly what you wanted. He was in position. He got the pass. He got the shot away, and then the foul on that's going to be Banks going to pick up his second foul of the game, but that's going to put Case Bryant at the line to shoot 3 shots.
Banks got the ball, but then he come down and hit him, fouled him after the shot.
Yep. Yep. First shot for Bryant is good. Second shot is up and good as well. And he's got one more here with 0.8 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. Third shot for Bryant is away, and it is good. 61-35, and with the last second, he goes up in the rafters. So with no time left on the clock at the end of the third quarter, your score, Wayne County 61, Lewis County 35. We'll be back with fourth quarter action. Stay right here with us. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on Big Oldies Radio. Yeah, we'll see.
See, when Sawyer played, we went to Adamsville one night and beat them 103-99. We went to Fayetteville, beat them like 110-100.
God,
we ran. I mean, we were good.
200 points in a 32-minute game. Golly. Defense optional, I guess.
Yeah, well, couldn't either one of us guard the other one.
Mm-hmm. Wildcat fans, welcome back into Big Oldies Radio. At the start of the fourth quarter, your score, Wayne County 61, Lewis County 35. Davis, Butler, Bryant, Beavis, and Kenny Canfield on the floor for the Cats to start the fourth quarter here with a 26-point advantage. Maddox Tanner with the ball gets it over to Wood. Wood with a three-point shot away, no good. Ball goes out of bounds off of Feitinger, and that's going to get the ball back over to the Cats. So the Cats going to retain possession off the out-of-bounds play. Panthers playing full-court defense. They need some defensive stops to try to get back in this thing. Now the pass ahead to Logan Davis. He gets the ball across the timeline. He passes the ball over to Canfield. Canfield going hard to the basket, and we're going to get a foul call against Dakota Hull as Canfield was going to the basket. Hull just got in front of him and drew the contact. So three fouls now against Hull. First team foul against Lewis County here in the fourth quarter. And now we got a technical call as the official is going to tee up Hull. I guess Hull didn't like that and maybe said something that the official didn't particularly care for. So they're going to they're going to tee Hull up, and just like that, Hull has got 4 fouls, and now 2 fouls against the Panthers here, and the Cats are going to shoot 2 on the technical. Canfield at the line for the free technical shots. His first one is no good. The second shot for Canfield is away, and that one's going to be good. So 62-35 to score, and Cats going to retain possession coming off the technical foul right there at the sideline, right there at the midcourt stripe. Logan Davis going to take the ball out for the Cats. And gets the ball into Beavis. Beavis now dribbles and gets the ball over to Case Bryant. Bryant underneath to Kamen Canfield, who hesitates, goes up. The shot, no good, but he's going to get fouled from behind by Maddox Tanner, and that's going to be Tanner's 4th foul of the game. That's 3 fouls now against the Panthers here. We're 28 seconds into the 4th quarter, and they've already got 3 fouls against them here in the 4th quarter. So Cats with a big advantage, and Canfield with 2 shots and a chance to expand the lead. First one is good.
Yeah, not only that, those 2 players have 21 of their 35 points. So
yeah,
that's their 2 big scorers, and they're both.
Well, Hull's coach brought him to the bench after that technical, and so he's sitting down right now. Canfield knocks down both of those shots. Now Tanner with the ball out on the wing working against Bryant. He gets the ball back out to Banks. Banks swings it over to Wood, who gets it back out to Feitinger. Swings it back over to Banks. Banks wants that deep 3, but not quite able to pull the trigger. He gets it back over to Feitinger, back over to Wood. Wood with a 3-pointer away, no good. Ball rims off the iron and goes out of bounds.
That's a hard shot right there over Case Butler from 3. So
now Phoenix McDonald checks back into the game for the Panthers. Canfield down here on the baseline to take the ball out. And again, the Panthers looking to show full court pressure here. Down 29 with 7:07 to go here in the contest. Canfield looks to get the ball in. He gets it into Case Bryant. Bryant back over to Canfield. Passes ahead to Logan Davis, who gets across the timeline. And now the Cats have an opportunity to set this thing up. Bryant back over to Davis, and Davis is just going to slow things down, kind of hold the ball there for a second. Gets it over to Canfield. Canfield wanted to get the ball inside to Beavis, and just a little miscommunication there. He wanted to get the ball into Beavis underneath the basket, and Beavis was setting up and not moving. And so the ball goes out of bounds, back over to the Panthers. McDonald brings the ball back up the floor. Working against Canfield, he drives across and kicks it over to Feitinger, who puts up a 3-pointer off the rim, no good. And Sharp goes up for the rebound. He's going to get fouled. It's either going to be Butler or Beavis. Let's take a look and see. I believe it's going to be Nate Beavis is going to pick up his 3rd foul of the game. First team foul against the Cats here in the 4th quarter. So the Panthers going to retain possession with 6:35 to play. Cats out with a 29-point advantage. We're going to get the ball in, and they get the ball into Tanner. Tanner drives. He loses possession. Logan Davis right there tries to strip the ball away, and then Davis grabs the ball. And, great hustle play there by Davis. Just unfortunate to go out of bounds.
That's a tough call right there. He's just playing defense, getting down on the loose ball.
Yeah, and that's a leader right there. We talked about it earlier. That effort play. It rubs off on your teammates, right?
It does, and he's guarding up Maddox Tanner. He's got 4 fouls. If he knows if he can force him to get an offensive foul, it's over for him.
Yeah, Feitinger with the ball, working outside. He dribbles, drives inside, loses possession, but the ball goes right to Sharp. Sharp puts up the shot, no good. And Tanner on the follow-up gets the rebound and the putback. Now the inbounds to Bryant. Bryant trying to work the ball up the floor. He gets the ball across the timeline to Logan Davis. Now Davis is holding the ball there in the corner, waiting for someone to set up. And the Cats right now, the clock is on their side. We can slow this thing down if we want to. Beavis with the ball, swings it back around to Bryant. Bryant back out at the top of the circle with the ball and gets it over to Davis on the elbow, back inside to Case Butler. Butler tries to drive along the baseline, and he goes up, no good. But I believe we're going to get a foul call against Sharp, and that should put Butler on the line.
Tucker Jones, I think, 32.
Yeah, Sharp, that is Tucker Jones, I apologize. Not a shooting foul, so the Cats are going to retain possession, and now a line change for the Cats as Mosley comes in for the Cats, August comes in, Warren Canfield, Who else we got out there? We got Lawson Stegall, and I'm trying to say that last number. I believe it's Casey Franks out there.
It is.
Cats.
It is 23.
So inbounds to Stegall, back underneath the Bogus. Bogus working underneath on the baseline.
Again.
Shot no good. Rebound collected by Jones. Jones gets the ball back over to McDonald, and McDonald brings the ball up the floor. Gets it over to Jones. Jones kicks it over to, can't see who that is. That's Brody Unger. Gets the ball back around to McDonald. Now McDonald tries to dribble out and gets it back out to Jones. Jones keeps it from going into the back court. Gets it back around to Chapman. Chapman back over to Unger. Unger drives, kicks it back out to Jones. Jones works it back around to McDonald. A lot of ball movement here for the Panthers, but hey, let them run the clock. Who cares?
That's right.
Chapman gets the ball back around to McDonald. McDonald drives, tries to get to the basket, and now we're going to get, I don't know what that was, but it wasn't basketball.
That was MMA, and we didn't.
No call at all whatsoever. Bogus inbounds the ball to Stegall, and Lawson's going to bring the ball up the floor for the Cats. Lawson working it inside. He gets it around to Mosley. Mosley kicks it around to Bogus, backs over to Lawson. Lawson gets it around to Warren Canfield. Canfield with the three-pointer off the mark, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds, back over, possession to the Panthers. 4:23 to go here in the contest, 64-37 your score. Cats with a big-time lead here in the fourth quarter as McDonald brings the ball back up the floor for the Panthers. He gets it over to Stewart. Stewart with the three-point shot is going to be good. So that cuts it to a 24-point advantage, and now Stegall takes the inbound pass. Lawson brings it across the timeline. He's working there against McDonald. Now the ball over to Franks, rather. Casey Franks drives it inside, tries to get the runner. Going to be no good, but he's going to get fouled, and that's going to send Casey Franks to the line to shoot two. That's going to be on Unger. Unger's going to pick up his first foul of the game, but that's 5 now against the Panthers here in the fourth quarter. So the Cats in the bonus for the rest of the contest. First shot away for Franks is going to go off the back of the iron. No good.
Again, valuable playing time for these young guys in a game.
Yeah. Because you never know. You just never know. Second shot for Franks is going to fall through. Makes it a 25-point advantage with less than 4 minutes to go here in the contest. McDonald brings the ball back up the floor. He gets it back over to Stewart. Stewart back around to Unger. And Unger's going to get fouled by Warren Canfield. And now coming into the game for the Cats is going to be, looking to see, that's 42 and 40. That's Kyler Self and Hudson Floyd coming into the game for the Cats, as Mosley and Bogus are going to go back to the bench for the Cats. So now Warren Canfield takes the inbounds pass. He works it back up the floor. He's being guarded there by Chapman on the defense. He gets the ball back over to Self. Self gets the ball back around to Stegall. Back out to Franks. Franks back underneath. The shot is going to be no good by Hudson Floyd, but the ball goes out of bounds off of the Panthers. Cats are going to retain possession. 3:24 to go here, 65-40 the score. Self gets the ball back around, tries to swing it over to Floyd. Instead, the ball goes away. Stewart comes away with it, and he's going to bring it back up the floor, convert the layup. Makes it a 65-42 game. Now Stegall brings the ball back up the floor for the Cats. Lawson gets the ball inside to Floyd. Floyd back out to Self. Self back over to Stegall. Lawson gets it back out to Floyd. He gives it back over to Lawson. Lawson trying to work around. He gets it back out to Canfield at the top, who finds Casey Franks. Franks back underneath the Self. He dribbles on the block there. Instead gets it back out to Franks. Franks wanted the three-point shot, faked it, and he's going to draw the foul there as Unger is going to pick up his second foul of the game, and that's going to send Franks to the line to shoot two as the Cats are in the bonus.
Both these young clubs look pretty good. You know, they're handling the ball, pressuring. It's not a big letdown.
And right now,
enjoying their moment.
yeah, right now, I tell you, and I just got a text message letting me know that every single one of the players on the floor right now for the Cats played in the junior varsity game today at 4:30.
Yeah.
So you've got your entire JV line on the floor for the Cats right now. Frank's at the line shooting two. His first one was good. Second one off the mark, no good. Jones collects the rebound, gets the ball over to Stewart, and he's going to push it up the floor to Unger. Unger loses it, but is able to get it back. Gets it back out to Jones. Jones kicks it out to Stewart for the three-pointer, no good. Lawson Stegall collects the rebound. Now he's going to try to get it out. The ball kicked away, but Stegall follows behind and gets it back. Now he kicks it across to Canfield. Canfield trailing, gets it back out to Lawson. Lawson with a three-pointer off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound collected by McDonald. McDonald passes back. That's going to go to Forrester. Forrester with 2 points there. And now we're about 2 minutes to go here in the contest. 66-44. Cats are going to come out victorious tonight. Now we're working around to Casey Franks. Franks with a little 15-footer off the left-hand side. It falls through. And that's going to be two more for Casey Franks. Makes it a 68-44 ball game. McDonald brings the ball back up the floor for the Panthers. Kicks it back over to Jones. Jones tries to work it back inside. He wanted Unger under the basket, but not able to get it down to him. Now Stewart with the ball back out at the top. Over to McDonald for a deep three-point shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebound collected there by Self, and the ball goes out of bounds. Now checking into the game for the Cats. It's going to be number 5. That's Hunter Skelton, and number 20 is Bentley Littleton coming into the game for the Cats to spell Stegall and Canfield. I'm looking for numbers here. Forrester with possession, puts up a shot, no good. Collects the rebound, and he's going to get fouled on the way back up. So we're going to put Forrester on the line to shoot 2 shots. Looking to see who that goes against. That's going to go against 20. That's Littleton picking up his first foul of the game. 13th foul against the Cats here in the fourth quarter. First shot off the back of the iron, no good. Forrester's second shot now. That one's a little short. No good off the front of the iron. Rebound collected there by Sharp. Sharp, no good off the layup. Now he kicks it back out to Unger for the three. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound collected there by Kyler Self. And Self brings the ball back up the floor. Works through a triple team. Gets the ball around over to his teammate. That's Littleton. Drives it inside. Puts up a shot, but the shot blocked by Stewart on the block. Now over to Sharp. Sharp underneath with the layup off the window. 68-46 the score here. As now Skelton brings the ball back up the floor for the Cats. He tries to work it inside, kicks it back out to Casey Franks. Franks with a three-pointer from the corner, and that three-point shot is going to be good. Crosses the 70-point threshold for the Cats, 71-46, as we approach 30 seconds to go here in the game. Now Stewart with a three-pointer, off the mark, no good. Self with the rebound, gets the ball back over to Skelton. Skelton's going to work it back up the floor. We're down inside of 22 seconds to go here in the game. Cats with a 71-46 game. And now Coach Franks just telling the Cats, just dribble it out. And let's take this thing to the end of the game. As Skelton's just going to dribble this thing out. So as the time winds down, we're going to come to the end of the game. And your final score tonight in Wayne County Wildcats going to be victorious 71-46 against Lewis County. Stay right here with us. We'll bring you final stats and analysis right here on Big Oldies Radio. Big Oldies Radio. Your final score tonight here at the Wayne County High School gym. Wildcats victorious by a final score of 71-46. Cats improved to 3-0 on the season. Lady Cats improved to 2-1 on the season after a big win tonight against Lewis County. Stephen, I believe you got some final stats for us.
I do. Maddox Turner, starting first with Lewis County, Maddox Turner led them with 12, and Dakota Hull had 11. And then for Wayne County, Cayman Campfield wound up pulling out leading scorer with 18, but Case Bryant was right behind him with 17. Nate Beavis had 11. Casey Franks had 7 in that last quarter there. Logan Davis had 4. Case Butler had 6. Case and Mosley had 5, and Drew Bogus had the big 3. So, great night for the Cats. Looked really good. Coach Franks, I know, will tell you they got room to improve, and I guess you can always say that, but that was a good start to a season against a athletic team, and if they'll continue to grow from that, I think big things, again, are ahead of them this year as well as it was last year.
Well, and again, the big takeaway tonight in both of these contests, you're playing, especially the boys, playing a really, really strong competitive team. But even at that rate, you were able to get your young players, your junior varsity players, got quality minutes on the floor tonight. And you're a coach. I mean, there's no, you can't substitute experience.
Playing time, nothing can ever take the place of playing time, right? Even if they struggle, when you have that cushion like they had tonight, even if they struggle, you don't have to take them right out. They can get in there, get their legs under them, see one go in, get the steal, see the play unfold like coaches drawed it up, and it just all begins to click and make sense for them. Glad tonight. I'll say this: the young cats. Of course, Logan and Cayman. They've been playing hard for the cats for the last couple of years. But the young cats tonight, Mosley, Bogus, Bryant, they got their shots. They didn't all go. Case had a good night. Had several shots, but they got there and got the shot. Now it'll start going.
Yeah.
So, that's just something just to build on the confidence, and I think they've got a good chance to make a deep run this year.
I'm right there with you, and you need the breaks to go your way. Tonight the breaks went our way, and we're looking forward to seeing that continue. Hopefully for the rest of the season. I'm looking forward to seeing this team just get. Because you sit here and look at it tonight. You had a 51-point win for the Lady Cats. You got a 25-point win here for the Cats. And yet you look at it and go, this team, the more they play together, the better they're going to get. That's right.
Chemistry is a whole lot. I don't care. You see it in pro sports. They'll spend a lot of money, get a lot of good players, but if they don't have chemistry. Tonight I saw a selfless, no selfishness at all. Selfless teams, both of them. Didn't care who scored as long as they scored. Didn't care who got it. The recognition, all they are about is winning, and I'm glad to see that because if you'll play with that attitude, good things are gonna happen.
Absolutely. So Wayne County victorious in both contests tonight. Lady Cats coming on top. The Wildcats coming on top. Tomorrow night, the Cats and the Lady Cats are going to be in action on the road in Summertown. We're not going to bring you that action here on Big Oldies, but John Harper will be bringing you that action through Wayne County High School Sports on the YouTube channel. So if you're not able to make it out to Summertown tomorrow night for that contest, tune in on YouTube. You'll be able to watch the games and keep up with what's going on there. We'll be back with you here on Big Oldies a week from this coming Friday night on December the 5th when Summertown comes to our place, and we're going to be bringing you that action right here on Big Oldies Radio. So for Stephen Turnbow, myself, Jacob Kitchens, and all the guys back at the studio, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Wildcats and Lady Cats both victorious tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night in Summertown.